I have a question from Mariah, and she writes, it says in the AA book that some people are unable to be honest with themselves and are therefore incapable of changing. I find this to be true. It's hard to argue with that one. I think that in my life there was a moment when I had to face my reality. And in facing that reality, it wasn't about hiding anything. Now, one of the things that I've had to do to recover and build the person that I am today is acknowledge everything that I've done that wasn't pleasant, acknowledge my own faults and work on those faults. It's a very uncomfortable reality, but it's an important one. I think that there's an old saying, and it's a very old piece of wisdom. To thine own self be true. And I think what that says is that honesty starts from within myself. I need to be honest with myself if I'm going to be honest with others. I recall in those very early days, because I had broken so many promises, because I would do anything to get a drink, I would do anything to get my way. It took me quite a while to understand what being honest actually meant. And being honest is not actually just about telling the truth. It's not about telling the truth to others or anything like that. To be honest to oneself is to understand oneself, to know oneself, to understand what my feelings and my emotions are, to be able to respect my emotions and other people's emotions as well. It's to have empathy towards others as well. It's a very large component of that character building exercise, to be honest, to be true to self. And I would argue that if you don't know self, how can you be true to self? So it's something worth considering. I think I talk a little bit about it in my book, when I talk about, I realised that there were only two things that I had, that I truly owned. One was my name. My mother gave me my name. Nobody can ever take my name away from me. In 1,000 years, if people choose to talk about me, they will use my name. I truly own my name. The other thing I have that I own is my word. And my word is my truth. And my truth is my honesty, or stems from my honesty. So honesty is also a part of being courageous, having the courage to understand what I can do and what I can't do, what I'm responsible for and what I'm not responsible for. For example, I'm not responsible for what other people say. I have no control over what other people say. I only have the power and control over what I say. And what I say can influence people, can hurt people, it can make people sad, it can make people happy. So I need to be aware of what I say. I need to understand what I say, and I need to care about what I say. Honesty, for me, was very difficult to learn in the beginning of my journey. It became easier as I began to understand the different levels and depths of what honesty actually is. Honesty is not just telling the truth. Honesty is not just stealing or not stealing. There's a whole lot more to being honest.